Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. As we'll see Trey Lance and the Washington football team versus Sam Darnold and the Tennessee Titans.
Now, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. This defense for the Titans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Complete to Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On second down, here's Gibson again. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. To throw is Darnold. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. That catch good for only a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now it's Crowder. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Lance getting this out wide to Ayuk. Lance now on first down. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's inside the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked? His way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Lance's throw complete there to Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Lance now to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Washington. Brandon Ayuk. His first touchdown of the new season. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Khalif Raymond now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff to Henry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Darnold's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Henry. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Henry again. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. They'll try the left side. Harrison. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Off of play action, here's Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And I think they well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Lance looks to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Harrison. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 3rd down, it's Harrison. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's 1 catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in his zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
And you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action, Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Juwan Johnson, as the first half is winding down. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Lance. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Bud Dupree bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. A give to Henry. Pushes him over. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Henry again on second down. Chip, and Henry's hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Henry out of the pistol.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This one caught by Crowder. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your first down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the first down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say? Hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went in and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yardage to pick up the first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Gibson on the read option. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Right there, 54, right there.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that That's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Lance looking to throw it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Lance now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance, and that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and run the option. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Trey Lance scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we get a glance here, Charles, at his 2 touchdown runs.
And partner, have you ever...
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Single, 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 single.
2nd and 9.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check, 55.
From the gun, it's Lance. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll run on first down with Evans. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis.